So let's highlight the flowers, the roses actually in the back. So we might have to go back to darks as well. So I'm going to prepare.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to prepare raw umber or the alizarin crimson, whatever you have, for the darkest darks in there in that flower, in these flowers. Okay, let's go. I have here cadmium red light and a bit of a cadmium red medium. And I'm going to start looking at what I'm seeing there in the reference, the strongest highlights. And then I have one coming from this side and it turns down, goes down, and another one overlaps this way over it. One down, one up, and this is how usually petals are for for roses. And we will enhance these by putting the darks in between. But for now, I'm just looking at what I'm just copying what I'm seeing. If I find that these colors are too strong or too orangey, I can tone them down after. This is just cadmium red medium. I'm going to grab a bit of raw umber, mix it with my cadmium red medium here, and let's just go in between where I see the strong dark. Actually, I might not need the cadmium red medium. Just raw umber. Back to cadmium red light. So I'm using a round small brush. I'm enhancing the highlight because it dries darker. This is cadmium red medium, and I'm putting a bit of raw umber in here because the bottom part is not dark enough. And I'm just going to go right now in here and adjust the lines if there's anything that's too highlighted or not highlighted enough. So when we start highlighting, this is when we see the shapes. We have to pay a bit more attention to the shapes that we are creating in here. That's the thing with highlights. And I don't want them all to be, the highlight to be exactly the same everywhere. So part of these, the highlights might be stronger in one area and not and not as strong in other areas. So right now I'm just working on the shape of the petals, especially the ones in the front, because these are the ones you can see mostly. Okay, let's take some. Let's not work on it too much because sometimes it's better to keep it, just don't overdo it. If it looks fine, just let it go. Keep it just the way it is. Okay. Move on to the next one. Or just wait. I'll just wait a bit. All right, let's work on this one here.
It's the same color layout.
Yeah. So we're going to use the same colors, cadmium red medium, a bit of cadmium red light mixed together. And actually that one in there here is more of the cadmium red medium and some purple in there too. Okay, so let's start. Let's start first with the highlights. So I'm mixing here, I'm putting cadmium red medium and a bit of cadmium red light in here, and I'll see how it goes. If it needs to be highlighted more, then I'll do that. Okay. So I'm highlighting exactly where I see the highlights. Sorry, did you ask something? Did you say?
Yeah. Mine, it looks like flat, and I don't know why. The
Flat?
colors flat, yes.
Okay, we'll have a look at it after this demo.
I cannot do the highlights like yours.
Is it
Is it
too much of a, do you have too much alizarin? Darks?
Yeah, maybe, maybe, yes, maybe.
We'll have a look at it in a minute.
Yes. Oh, no. Continue. No,
So I'm mixing now. This is Ultramarine Violet. I'm mixing it with cadmium red medium in here, just to make my cadmium red medium darker.
Oh.
This is a beautiful, beautiful color. And I'm just gonna.
So which one? The Ultramarine Violet and what else?
Yeah, Ultramarine Violet and cadmium red medium.
Yes. Oh, this is the dark part.
Yeah, that's the very dark part in there. I'm gonna be fixing this in a minute. Because remember the red that we put in there was the first layer. Just the first layer, just to add where, just to cover the white of the canvas. Go back to Cadmium Red Medium for now. And I'm gonna push. This is what's really lovely about these flowers, is that the shape. You'll see now here. This here. This highlight is in. This is out. That line is out. Then there's another line down in. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Out, in. This is out. This is in. And
And all the out is dark.
That's it. Okay, let's do that. This gives it a very interesting shape. Okay, so what I did right now on the reference, I covered. There, got it back. So I am trying to. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to have my values done properly, so I don't have too much light, too much dark. And because these are in the back, the very kind of not strong contrast in there. It's hazy, the back one. I need to keep them soft. I need to keep my edges soft. Can't have a sharp edge. This is Ultramarine Violet. I'm trying to just reshape them a bit. The back. Okay. Good. That's looking good. Now let's take just cadmium red light, only cadmium red light, and I'm just gonna highlight here this part a bit, because I think that's where the light is hitting mostly. Tiny here, tiny bit, a little bit here. And let's take Ultramarine Violet. Push this back. It's only just working with lights and darks. That's all we need. Yeah,
Yes.
that's all we need to do with values. Right, done. That's it.
Oh, you finished already?
We don't
That's
need
it?
too much. Yeah, we don't need too much on this one here. Just push it back. I'll just work on that one here. Next. All right. So I'm using here cadmium red medium, cadmium red light, and white for this one here, for this pink.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the highlighting the back, this part.
Which kind of pink layout?
Yeah, pink, yes. And I will adjust the values later on. This is just the first layer. This pink is, this color is not really the same pink I'm seeing in there. The pink I'm seeing in there could be more like a, some kind of a fuchsia color, maybe. Not even. This is turning a bit orange, so I'm going to go into cadmium red medium more than the cadmium red light and see if that color will shift a bit into pink rather than a pink that is more on the orange side. Magenta, I think. That is a magenta, maybe. If you have a magenta, try magenta.
Is it the quinacridone?
Could be if you have quinacridone magenta. Do you have one?
Yeah. Yes.
Try. Now to darken this, what I'm doing right now, to darken, I'm just adding ultramarine violet. Sorry, you were going to say something?
Me?
Yeah.
No. But magenta quinacridone needs the white, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
white. Now instead, I have to start adding now white. So I'm going to keep away from, because I'm adding white and because I want to turn it into a pink, I'm going to keep away from cadmium red light because it's turning a little bit too orangey. And I'm just going to use cadmium red medium and white.
Oh, it's too pink.
Too pink?
Yeah,
Magenta?
magenta.
Hmm.
Oh, that's okay. That's, oh,
So I'm highlighting only where the strong highlight is in what I see in there. In the reference. I'm gonna change my brush into a smaller one, take more white, put it in my cadmium red medium, and make a really light pink in there. And then come back here and then just highlight again a bit more where I see the strong highlight. So I'm adding my highlights slowly. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to see a strong jump from dark to light. The lightest color is going to be the last one, and it's going to be.
What was your colors, Leia?
Cadmium red medium. Use cadmium
And
red
white.
medium and white.
And white. And
Yeah.
white. Okay.
Cadmium red medium and white. Yeah, it's turning out really good.
The magenta is awful.
Magenta is too much.
Too much.
Hmm.
And the dark is just cadmium red medium.
I'm going to take cadmium red medium and add some ultramarine violet in it. Just a bit of ultramarine violet to give me that strong dark. This is exactly what I'm doing right now. Okay. So right now what I'm doing is I'm getting back the shape a bit of those petals overlapping. I'm not going to do too much here. Okay.